swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Stanford's offense will go on the attack first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Finding an escape route. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Can't get him to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Did the work himself. Ripping through the defense. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting it right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
Coming out with it, it's Gardner. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the San Jose State Spartans offense has the ball for the first time. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. All by himself down the middle. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, San Jose State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my match.
Breaks into the open. He's at the slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He'll do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Spartans want to move quickly.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio State is going to get a shave that might have been a little closer than Buckeyes fans wanted. But a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important.
It's just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Spartans will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. Going over.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to reach.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
This This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
A loss of 4 yards on the play.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Stanford! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Spartans will hustle to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll run the option. Running back searching for a hole. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now It's 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Spartans! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Stanford, 28. San Jose State.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Rushes on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting his tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. It's complete on the right side.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Now, when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Snowed under by the defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Spartans are threatening in the red zone. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Spartans!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Puts it out of the air. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he affects his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He's going to take off. He's finally stopped with a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Safe completion on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's a return from midfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of... the offense. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They go to the ground. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Past the 30. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. The give on the option. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Trying to pick up a first down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The San Jose State offense is back on the field. The give on the inside. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got his man in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Petrie. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Gets it out fast. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Fires to the tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cardinal! And the punishment has been extended.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
He'll bring it out. It's Gardner. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air on first down. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Back to pass on second down. Touchdown, Stanford! No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. The Blue Devils will put toe to leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing, and it wasn't...
Turning it on! He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Duke. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
A really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, they'll break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
So Duke's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. they're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, your quarterback, what's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got his man on the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's the pressure. Finds the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot is. Looking to throw on 1st down. And makes the catch. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinal.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Grab behind the line. It's Cobb. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Finds him out of the backfield. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the ground game. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Traore. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they die? On second and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. It's Cobb. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now facing a third and long. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Blue Devils look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Reeder. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for space, it's Cobb. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. They'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Cobb. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This defense trying to stand tall on fourth and goal from the 2. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Man, I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, fourth and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on fourth down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Got his man quickly. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Moves around to clear up the vision. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The wheel of destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Petrie. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now moved it out and putting it. Touchdown, Stanford! Fitted in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Oh, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll run the sneak for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Blue Devils have their offense in high gear. Off-play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Johns. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Blue Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Duke. The extra point here would tie the game.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have
check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the hops.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Stanford now has it in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Let's it fly. Connection to the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Stanford.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Got room to work.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard.
There he goes. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. The give to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Potts. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first. Turning it on! Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Makes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Stanford at the line on 1st down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Stanford! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. A strike downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB. He's finally stopped and brought down at ends up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass rush, gets there, Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinal! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's popped. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Rock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Buying some time as he moves left. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great...
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Snagged out of the air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. He's got his man, and they're able to make the tackle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Now he's going to break the pocket. Find some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Returner will field it and try to get to field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy or they've got no shot.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Under fire. Fires downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. They'll leave it with him. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is
looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cardinal! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Purdue looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Boilermakers. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing. We'll see a lot of games this week, but this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires complete on the crosser. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Here's a hit. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Stanford! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback on the keeper. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback's got the first. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they more for that trip to the house.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense giving the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw. Now to try to find a way to fight back into this game. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the left. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Snaps it in the shotgun. It's complete. There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Still running at the 40. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll move the tight end. Hand off from the gun. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. And the Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Wide receiver going in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Woo, that defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Direct snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Caught over the middle. It's Petrie. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. A first down for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Stanford. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Full wide out set, two on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Hainsworth. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. It's incomplete. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the Web guys to look out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Rock. Across the 45. It's a seam wide open. The tag. Touchdown, Cardinal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls it in. It's Beal. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Stanford!
And man, the defense really needed to stop that. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half.
Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. And the Demon Deacons will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Stanford's offense will come out first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown.
There he goes! He's at the 40. He's at the 20. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. You've got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Demon Deacons offense has its first opportunity of the day. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Working the middle, it's complete. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Punts it out of the air, brings him to the open, and they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. From the gun, the running back has it.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He'll get rid of it. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able...
Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Demon Deacons, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws, but they never have a chance at making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Oh, what a move to get room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Stanford going back to work with another first down. He's got it. Oh, better check some angles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just keep swinging it. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Stanford! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Hankerson. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. On the run, it's Trump. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Looking down the middle. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Demon Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The inside handoff. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Hankerson. Here's the pressure. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. He'll pull it down and run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dances away to buy time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Makes the catch. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback gets past the marker. Oh, what a cut! Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Looking for the goal line, and he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Flushed out of the pocket. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might as well stick with him. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. With a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Hankerson. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gotten out everybody right now on the same page.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Uncorks one to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinal! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Complete to start this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Demon Deacons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Crosses the 45. Oh, he's got some space.
And now you just completely flipped how I play defense. I'm not really worried about the quarterback running the football. I'm like, okay, he's number 3 or 4 on my list of who I think can beat me. But now he
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here comes the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier last resort. And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Stanford! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these and just weapons of mass destruction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is that this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Rock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout and a score on this drive. Do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Now the play fake. He's got him. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bring in the heat. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Catch in the middle, it's Dietrich. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Complete to the right. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Makes the grab. Runs through a tackle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The play action fake. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. On the move, it's Rock. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way.
Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking for a man. It's Hankerson. It's on target and complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. To the air on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate moving forward.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Savage. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Rock. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Got his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool.
you